So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, lads. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Training.
That button. Continue. Make a nice smooth look. Get there. A lot of pressure here. and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly see what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The one I'm crashing at right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, good evening. Welcome. I was going to fly with the ATR, and actually I was just loading it up and getting it all ready, and the controls went all crazy. I thought I set up the controls of the ATR, but I only had 5 minutes to spare before I started the stream. So I had to quickly get the 737 ready, because I'd have nothing to stream. And I can't show a stream at the ATR completely clueless. So I'm going to have to work on that. So we'll get to the ATR. Yes, Producer Buttons would like to say hello, though. She's a little bit disappointed with the ATR, aren't you, Buttons? I'm a little bit disappointed with my lack of knowledge, and I couldn't get the controls working, the calibration. And I had done that over the weekend, but I had calibration, and I said, oh, okay, that's great. No, it went all crazy on me now, so I couldn't spend the time. Because the stream's just about to start, as I said. Now, Producer Buttons would like to say hello to everybody. There you go, Buttons. A little treat from Producer Buttons, folks. To start the stream. First item off the checklist. And that's ticked off the checklist, folks. So the 737-700 today, and we're going from Rotterdam to Edinburgh. The weather is bad in Edinburgh, that's why I chose it. Yep. Hello too on YouTube, Clappy D. Evening to you, Clappy D, as always. Good to see you. And Thomas Weddingbury. Hello, Thomas. Thomas, nice to see you. Are you new to Flight Sim? Let us know. Don't forget, if there's any questions you want to ask, I'm happy to share what I know, you know. So, sorry about the ATR, but it's just, do you know, I would have paid €50 for it if it was study level. I would have paid it. I wouldn't have complained if it was study level and it was just a little bit more refined, but it's not. It's not even connected to Sim, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yes, anyway, you know, why release half a product, you know, it's just me probably being, you know. Anyway, we're in the 77, folks, today. Also, let's hop to the cockpit then. Or let's have a look around Rotterdam here. Taken off from here before. Yeah, it's a very small airport. They haven't really done anything inside. This is a Sobo, I think. This is a Sobo. Yeah, that's, you can tell now. I think Orbex do the Sobo stuff. I think. You know, I think they do. They're partners with them, but it's free, you know. So I'm not complaining really at all. They got to do, you know, they got to do what they got to do and do it, and it's fine. I'm no complaints about it at all. It looks fine. So there you go, Rotterdam, folks. Oh, we've got all the stuff in the background there, churches and stuff, and it's an odd city. It's kind of an odd city. I don't know. Nice runway though. Now when I say odd, it's oddly shaped. Do you know, it's kind of all over the wazoo. So let's go into the cockpit, folks, and get ready. Thomas says, thank you, Thomas, for Weddingbury. Oh, did I get that right? It's okay, you have to spell my Wedgebury, perhaps. Can you play this on PS4? No. I don't know. You can't, Thomas. Unfortunately, not on PS4. On Xbox, yes. On a PC, not on PS4. Unfortunately, your PS4. I have a PS4 as well. I prefer the Xbox, to be honest with you, purely because when you're on the Xbox, I don't play Xbox hardly at all ever. Although I have one. I rarely play it. But if you have the Xbox and PC, you can play the PC version on PC. And the Xbox version on Xbox, it's you don't have to pay for it twice. That's what I'm saying. It's very good that their kind of store thing. So I do prefer Xbox, you know. But of course, as usual, some games you can get on Xbox, some games you can't get on PS4 and 5 or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. So Thomas doesn't have. So you don't have a PS. Oh, he does. Okay, great. All right, folks, let's get started up. Charts. Oh, yeah, let's look at the flight plan. Let us have a look at the flight plan, and I'll put the flight plan on the. I'll copy this for you, so you can download this. I'll put the. Are you flying along with us, Thomas? I'll put the link to the. I didn't know it was this easy. And Clappy D told me how to do this. See, I just give you the link, and you can see the whole flight plan. Yep. Great. That's all good. That's all good. Right, so a little bit of music while we're getting started. Now, let's see how confused I get between the Airbus and 737. You know? I won't slow it down. I'll just keep it. Look, we'll just do what we do. We'll do what we do. Come on, music. There we go. It's just the first time that plays. But why is it doing that? It's only going to play the first three. Oh, like this one. What are you doing, indie player? Okay, that's usually the first song I start for shits and giggles. Clappy D, maybe pin the flight plan so it stays in the top of the chat. Yes, I will. Thank you for reminding me, Clappy D. So many things to remember, do you know? So many things to remember, and I can pin it here as well. Very good. Excellent. Great. I'll keep it on in the chat there. And I'll never forget to do that unless I write some sort of a checklist, which I must actually write another checklist for the stream as well as the aircraft. Right, we downloaded the charts in no times. Here is the guts of the flight plans here. So I'm going to write this down here as well. I'm using a pencil this time. I'm starting to use pencils because pens, you know, when you're writing a pen, they're all cheap pens going around, unless you have your own fancy pen, and that'll be stolen in no time at all. Pencil, do you know? Because pens are so, well, they're shite, really, and it won't write, you know, and you've got to, you know what I mean. So we're taking off runway 06 from Rotterdam, and we're using the Sierra Oscar Mike Echo Lima to Alpha departure. We're coming into the terrible weather. I hope it's still there when we get there. We're coming into runway 06 as well into Edinburgh. That's a fluke. Oh, it's because that's obviously drink fizzy drinks. India, November, the star. India, November, Papa, India, Papa, 1 Echo. The cruising altitude, 38,000 feet. Okay, fine. We might have to change 38. Seems a bit high. Flight level 380. Flight level 380. And what else is there? Let's look at the transition altitude. Well, look, we'll just, it's 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet. I made it up. It's, you know, it's going to change. Battery's on. Oh, I'm looking for the Airbus now, it's gas. Look before you press. Battery on, thank you. We won't use ground power, we're going to use the APU. So let's get the APU started. Give that a minute or two. And while that's booting up, we'll put the generator, no, we leave that alone. We'll put the fuels on here as well. What else do we want to do? Let's get the beacon light on. There we go. Put the wing lights and the logo. And APU is starting up, you can see here. Very nice. Let's go to the FMC and get our flight plan loaded. Right, so pausing it. Data link fail. What is this about? What are you? What's wrong with you? Doing data link fail. You see, it's always after the update, isn't it? Thomas, how did I do the flight plan? The flight plan, it's free, right? Have a look at simbrief.com, okay? And it's exactly the way the airlines do it, right? Very fancy. I know it looks a bit cryptic, but you kind of get used to it. You don't need to know all of this for flight simming, really. But this is the guts of it here. A little bit of, you know. It says, be like me, how do you turn on the engines on accident when I press the wrong button? Practice. I couldn't really make that out there. Now let me fix this problem though, I promise I'll get back to you though. Why are we having a problem with the data link? What's wrong with SimBrief? Do I have to restart this whole thing now? Do you see these updates make me nervous, folks? That's why. Even my sounds are all screwed up. SimBrief downloader. Okay, it's all good. I think we may have to. I know we're going to have to come out. We're just going to have to come back in again. If in doubt, switch it out. We could be 5 minutes trying to fix the problem, you know, and then have to come out to the main menu and back in again. I think just back into the main menu again, and we come back out very quickly. I may turn on the buttons. Oh, how do I do it so quickly by accident without turning the wrong buttons? It's just practice, I guess. You know, I used to watch other streamers do it. Captain Canada, actually, and he used the mouse to be everywhere. And I'm going, how is he so fluent? Now, I'm not fluent yet by any means. He's doing it for 7 years. But, you know, it's just a sleight of hand, I guess. After a while, it's like racing games and stuff like that, you know. Let's Echo Hotel, Romeo Delta. Oh, please. Echo. Then my keyboard's not working. Now the whole thing's frozen. No, it's not frozen. Sim has crashed, ladies and gentlemen. Flight Simulator has crashed. Isn't that great? That's great. And the music stopped to add dramatic effect. Do you know? So yeah, the updates aren't doing us any favours. And I worry that Microsoft will keep updating and not fixing the problems, so it just gets worse and worse and worse. Do you know? Come on, start up. The game is already doing... Okay, fine. There we go. So it's just these updates, folks. I know, Thomas. This is oh no. Oh no. I know. It's not a good day. It's not a good streaming day. Hopefully we'll have a good flight. And Thomas, if you have any questions on flying this machine, do ask. Because, you know, it's all about newbies here. Do you know? It's all about newbies coming on and all that kind of stuff. Because I've learned from people on stream. I've just come on and said, hey, what do I do? You know? And people come on and tell us what to do, and that's as far as I've gotten. And I can fly from ATV quite successfully without any problems. But it's if you think about it like anything, you know, it's the 1%. It's the tip of the iceberg as compared to real life. Do you know? What is the guts of it? Do you know? Great tops. Yeah. So do ask questions. So it takes a little bit. I have an M.2 drive, which is nice. M.2 drives are very good. But it's not, you know, it doesn't... Look, if I had a mechanical drive, we'd be sitting here for half an hour waiting for this to load. But M.2 drives, if you're ever doing an upgrade, M.2 drive is certainly a very good thing to do. Now, soon it'll all be M.2 drives. My last PC had a mechanical drive. I never used it. Once you have an M.2 drive, you'll never go back to mechanical. I know they're cheaper, but maybe for storage, you know, if you want to store stuff. But to run your operating system off an M.2, a small one, and then have another drive, an M.2 drive for your gaming or whatever else it is, databases or anything, it's much quicker to access the disk because you've got pins. You've actually got needles and a magnetic disc inside the mechanical ones. And the needle has to move and it gets defragmented. That means the needle has to move around like crazy. And the hard disk could crash in the future. And they're just slow. Do you know? I'm glad they're gone. Yep. It's gone. Yep. But, yeah, Microsoft need to just stop and fix the things and put the things in they said they would put in. And they're all talking about, yeah, we're going to put in the simulated friction between, asphalt, cold, hot asphalt, wet asphalt, puddles, rain for stopping, grass and all that kind of stuff for the friction. And I noticed in the Airbus you can stop in a dime. You can just stop in a dime. There's no you know, if there's no feeling that the aircraft isn't going to stop by the end of the runway, because I've landed the Airbus in very small runways and come on, really, this is a flight simulator after all. And at the moment they're more concerned about the graphics. Do you know, X-Plane could make a comeback, folks. All they need is the data for the world data, all the scenery and all that stuff. That's all they need. That's it. That's all he has to do, and he'll do it. Well, you see, all of a sudden you'll be going, and now it may take a few years because they're a small company. Well, you see, X-Plane will catch up. And then Microsoft will be like, oh dear, we should have done all those things. Do you know? I'm not complaining. Microsoft is absolutely stunning flight simulator. Do you know? It's just stunning. It's way beyond what we would have expected for next generation. You know, they really leapfrogged the whole sim for many years, which is great news. But I just wish they'd fix things, you know, for flight sim. Many things. I should write a list one day. But who has the time? I'm still waiting. Still thinking of things to say. Really. I've lost a lot of viewers now. A lot of viewers have switched off because they're waiting for the loading screen. Yeah, that's what's happening. How did you feel when you first started playing this game? Thomas asks. Well, when I first started simming, it was like, where do you even start, right? Start with the small little airplane, just fiddle around with it, just play around with it, right? Don't go jumping into the jets and then get frustrated because you can't fly them, because there's a whole world there, right? Fly the Cessnas is a good place to start. The little airplanes, you know, the DA-42 for the twin engines and stuff. You'll find your way. Just play around with it, you know. Don't let yourself get frustrated. Now, with regards to the jets, I didn't fly the jets for ages, like only till the last year, because I just found it too intimidating. I didn't know what I was doing. So I bit the bullet, and I said on stream, I said, right, I loaded up the 737. I said, oh no, sorry, the Airbus. And the Phoenix came out. Oh no, it was before the Phoenix. It was the fly-by-wire one, the free one. And I just said, help me out. And there was someone on the stream, and they helped me out with text because they knew what they were doing. And you learn little bit by little, one thing a day, right? Initially, you learn a lot of things very quickly. But then you see it gets more and more interesting as you learn an aircraft. And then you realise that the sim is such a massive, it's so in-depth, you know, a little bit at a time. He says, I'm not bored, I'm happy. Great. Good stuff, Thomas. Yeah, some people get, oh, look, this is far too much for me. But it's so vast that more you know about it. There's a little bit of pain in such as you've got to do that learning curve thing. But once you get past that, it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Now, with flight simming, you don't sit on it every night, you know, all the time. You'll kind of come and go. You play it for a month, and then you get bored, and you'll go away, and then you come back and go, oh, there's lots of updates, you know, loads of new things. You stay on it for a month, and you come and go, you know. It's a hobby. But it is very, 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 very in-depth and very, very well done. I don't know how Microsoft managed to get all the details they have in, you know. Here we go now. Come on. Yeah, now, give me the airport, please. Hopefully this will work. Echo Hotel Delta Romeo Rotterdam. Sorry, Delta Romeo Delta. There we go. I got it anyway. Let's get to our parking position here. Take this one here. There we go. So if you're, you know, watching the replay of this, you just have to skip forward. Thank God for that. If I had any chance, would I become a real pilot? I am actually a flight instructor in the light aircraft. I'm qualified to fly the single engine and twin up to 5,700 kilogram. So I'm a flight instructor. Would I be, if I had a chance to become an airline pilot, would be the question is, it's not what you think, you know. I often speak to students, ex-students of mine, and I'm going like, oh, like, initially it's like, oh, what's it like, you know? Is it great? You're delighted because I got a job in an airline. They're like, yeah, it's okay. And they get paid. It's like, yeah, it's a job like anything else, isn't it? Now we're back in the cockpit. Let's get some. Are we real? Oh, the weather has changed. I'm going to put the time back a little bit, so you arrive at the golden hour, right? So now we can start again. All right, let's put the master on and go straight to the flight plan, will we? And let's connect to ground power as well. Oh no, we don't need ground power because we have the APU, no? Takeoff off the APU and get that going. We'll start aligning the nav. Oh, that is someone spawning on me. That's someone who spawned on me. If they could just move there, that'd be great. You just move a little bit. Who is it there? I can't see who it is. That crazy man is just someone spawned at the same spot as all. It's one of our... Okay, I'll just move the damn airplane. See? Stay where you are now. Stay where you are. That's okay, I've moved. Hopefully it won't screw up the sim. Now it's given out because we don't have any APU power yet, but we're going to get those generators on. We need more power. Is what I'm saying. You know. Let's get some lights on while we're waiting for that. Logo light, collision light on, the wing lights on, shits and giggles. And it looks like the APU is available. Great. Let's get those generators on. There goes that annoying sound. And we have power from the APU, which is great. Now, FMC straight in here. It's not out of date. Pause in it. Go to the next page. Copy you. Previous page. Put you in here. Right. Request flight plan. Great. It's there. Right. So rather than searching to we'll just search 31. We're looking for Echo Hotel Romeo Delta. Joe! COVID. Echo Hotel Romeo Delta Echo Golf Papa Hotel. There we go. I'll have you, please. And that seems to have worked. That's fine. So it was just something odd on the start. It takes a while for this to update. The buttons again. So you're amazed at how quick I moved the mouse to the button. Is that right, Thomas? Load it. The hard buttons. Yeah, because I've done this so many times, Thomas. I think that's why, you know. I have to be honest with you. I was watching Activate. I was watching Captain Canada, and he's just flick. And I think what happens is he's just getting a little bit quicker. Do you know? I haven't noticed it particularly. See, that's bright there. That's too bright for my liking. There we go. Now, where was it going to go? Perfinite. There we go. This is all the stuff there. Transition is 5,000 feet. Well, that's what I'm taking anyway. Well, there's nothing you can do about to stop me. Don't press perfinite, I've been told by our friend, our mentor. Don't do that. So, is there a few ways? Doesn't have it. There we go. Reserve. You have to put something in reserves or it won't work. Cost index, we got cost index of 55. What's flight level? 37. 38. Okay, it's a 38. 38's here, I'm taking. Execute. Very nice. Go back to index. Let's just go to performance here. That's fine, I've just done that. Back to index. Good. Take off to the V speeds. Well, we have to figure out what runway we're taking off first. And all that kind of stuff. So we're leaving Rotterdam and runway 06. And our departure is SOM. It says SOM 2 Alpha. SOM 2 Alpha. There we go. Execute. And back to arrival departure. And we're going to arrive into Edinburgh. Runway 06. No, I want ILS, please. Just give me an ILS every day of the week, please. And in PIP. India, November, Papa, India, Papa 1 Echo. Left out the P here for some reason. Execute that. Now let's check that. Right. So, we go to 40. And we go to flight mode. Okay. Down to legs again. There we go. We're starting off here. And you can see the departure here. Boom. And I'm going to hit the step button here. Next. So we're looking for any breaks in our magenta line here. Discontinuities they're called. And we can join them up. Okay. Because sometimes there are. Because usually when you come into an airport, your radar vectored. So this is just giving us a procedure into it. See, there's one there. There's a flight count. You know, we might have issues with this now. So I'm going to delete. I'm going to copy this C106. Hit the button and then paste. and execute. And let's see what that gives us. Let's go next again, step. Okay, that looks like a 10-mile entry, a bit of a turn. Now, I don't like the turn there, and I'm going to do it just for shits and giggles because I want to get used to adding waypoints. Okay, so I would like a waypoint up here somewhere, right? So I'm going to take C105 here, I think it is. And I'm going to make a waypoint about maybe a heading of 200 from here. So how do I do that now? Okay, copy it here, and then I'm trying to do this in memory. Oh, I don't put a slash in. We want to put the heading, so 200 heading of 200 slash by 5 miles, and put it in above here. Yeah. There it is. Right, that looks good. I'm going to hit execute that. Now we got another discontinuity. We want to join those lines up. So copy C106, hit the button and paste and execute. So now we've a little bit of a better turn coming on to final. So it's not like 180 degrees as such. See what I'm doing there? Flying Michi's with us. He says, hey Gripper, what route are you taking again? It should be pinned up the top there. Is it pinned up the top there, Flying Michi? It should be. Fly Midge. Thomas says I'm a pro. God, not yet. I don't feel like a Thomas. But I am compared to where I was. You know, it's just a little one thing a day. I used to watch loads of videos like this, people starting up Thomas all the time. I know it's actually, it seems quick to me now looking back. It's funny how the learning process is a bit of pain. Got it. Flying Meat, you got it on Twitch there. It seems very quick, doesn't it? Yeah, but that's the learning process. It's fascinating to if you're learning something like this. When you start doing this, Thomas, if you decide to watch loads of videos of people doing the whole thing, right? And you just pay attention to yourself as you learn and look back a week or two later every time. So what I say to people is just learn one thing a day. Now, I haven't learned much because you go up that curve and then you taper off because you get lazy, don't you? Doing other stuff. But that's what I wanted. I want to get from A to B. Anyway, there we've got a better intercept now for the ILS. That's what I'm saying. So great to have you, Thomas. Don't forget to follow us. Do you know, or in YouTube, you hit the like button, don't you? No, not to join. Where is it? Subscribe. Subscribe. I think it's follow on Twitch. Do subscribe. Anyway, okay, let's go. So that's the flight plan done. Now we need to do our performance, right, for takeoff. And we want flaps 5. And let's put those in first. There we go. That's fine. Next page. Oh yeah, we can load the winds here as well. So let's go to index again and on our approach. No. Oh no, it's here. It's destination. Forecast and load up the winds. Request the winds. That takes it from SimBrief as well. So all the stuff like in the real world there is taken, Thomas, from SimBrief. Right? All the winds. It takes a while for the winds to come up. We'll see. Thomas says, right, that's me watching streams of this game of how to learn to fly. Plane, and you're one of them. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Happy days. There is some of my older videos on how to do fly Cessna if you're going that direction. If you learn to fly Cessna or something small, a single engine, right, you will discover that it's better for you, you know. But you can start from anywhere you like. In fact, you know, I'd start. I would start a Cessna. I'll shut up. Execute. So we got our wins. Transition, we'll put 5. Boom. And that's great. Okay, good. Now, one other thing I want to do. Right, so we've got our wins. One other thing I want to do. Just, I'm not going by the checklist here. I'm just going off the top of my head for the moment, you know. Where was I going there? Yeah, okay, so the altitude, three things. Right, I put the altitude in here, the cruise altitude, didn't I? 38,000 feet. Okay, So flight level 38, sorry, not 38,000 feet, it should be flight level 380, right, 38,000, yeah, okay. 3 times. Now here, because we're going to ATC, I can just put it straight up to 38,000 feet. It's very high for such a short trip, I thought. You know, let's go towards Coffin Corner now. Does my attitude thing work here? Oh no, it doesn't work now all of a sudden. And it did work. I have a knob here for setting stuff and it ain't working. So I have to do it with my mouse. Updates, folks. Yeah, that's what happens. And thrice. Alright, 38, because we need our pressure. Pressure, 30,000 feet. There we go. Okay, let's go to the checklist. Now, while I'm here, actually, I did put on the generators. Great. Okay, so park brake is set. Depress your rudder pedals and pull that button. Battery is guarded and closed. Standby power is guarded and closed. I'm going to put my eyes on that just for future reference. Where's standby power? Where are you? You see there, I'm not totally, that's the old amp we want that on. Where are you, standby power? There it is there. I just want to put my eyes on it. It's fine. Fuel pumps are coming on. APU is started. APU gen, we have started the APU generators. Position lights are on, logo lights are on, cabin lights are on, emergency exit lights for the cabin. It's here in the Airbus, but here it's here somewhere. Here we go. Emergency exit lights. Packs, auto high. Or auto or high. ILS mode selectors, we did that already. Did we? Yes, we did. They're on nav. FMC, we've just set that. Transponder, yeah, that's set to standby. ILS max speed set. So, V2's safety speed. Our safety speed, and I should have recorded that down there. It's 141 knots. It's 141 knots. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the kids. 5 for the wife and kids, so they say. ILS max speed. Heading, takeoff, runway. Okay, fine. We can. I haven't got a heading switch now that's working, unfortunately, which is a real pain in the neck. I have a real SIM gear button box here, but it ain't working for some reason. Thanks, Update. Thanks, Microsoft. Well done. Well done. Heading, takeoff, runway. Initial altitude 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Your numbers on. Window heat. Let's get some icing on here. So want the window heat. They make the windows pliable or soft so they don't crack. People heat. Put it on. Flight altitude set. Landing altitude not set yet. Flight directors are both on. The little baby switches here. Little baby ones. Very nice. Let's get some music for atmospheric purposes. There we go. LNAV VNAV. Very nice. Minimums reference. We're not going to. We'll do that when we're on the way in. All the rest is on the way in. Auto brake. We want to set that to reject a takeoff and something else. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, good. For starting engine checklist, auto throttle is armed. Fuel pumps are on. Electric hydraulic pumps are here. Anti-collision lights already on. Parking brake is set. Ground equipment. Let's remove all the ground equipment. Unfortunately, on this one they don't have a tablet yet. Oh no. They still don't have. I don't have a electronic flight pack. So I have to go into the menu here. Go into flights and actions. Get rid of ground services. Get rid of this guy here. And the ground power unit. There we go. Off you go. Why is it not leaving? Go on. There we go. Stars are moving now, folks. And engine area clear, and we'll start the engines then. Next, let's have a look outside and see who's with us. And don't forget, you can join us on the North European server anytime. We have with us on the North European server, you can Flying Midge. Flying Midge, welcome. He is donning the Airbus A320. Very nice livery there. XSN, I don't recognise those, but nice all the same. Welcome, Flying Mitch. Welcome. We have as well, we've got Danzig Tango. Welcome, Danzig Tango. Also donning the KLM livery. We've got Ghost Rider as well on the 736. And Lib Rocketeer. Welcome, folks. Everyone's welcome to this open paywall. Don't forget, also, Thomas, we do have a Discord. Just look up Discord, search for Gripper Sim. One of the guys might put a link on it there. One of the moderators might put a link on there for you, but you don't need the link. You just go to Discord, look up Gripper Sim, and you're good. Okay, it's giving out a bit of electrics. We know why. I want to play with some. Oh, we'll do the lights on the cruise. Let's just get going here. Let's start the engines, shall we? AP bleed. Come on. There we go. Let's switch off those packs now. Second spare unit, yeah, packs off, yeah, and engine start switch. So we'll have the starter on the right side today for some shits and giggles. I will start with the right engine, number 2, hit to grind, and let's see what we get. No, that wasn't the checklist. Here we go, that's what I want. See the N2? That's kicking off there. Very nicely. I can hear the engine sounds. Chris Curtin, greetings. We're getting a 4090 soon with 3 screens. Nice one, Chris. I've been researching the screens here. Let me just add fuel to number 2 here. I've been researching the screens. We talked about that in the way, as opposed to VR. I think the screens are better than Flight Sim. I think you made a good choice, actually. Do you know, if it's between... I'm sorry about this, folks, but if it's between... a VR headset or 3 screens, I take the 3 screens. We talk about that in the way. Remind me though, do you know? Remind me now. That's just a me thing though, do you know? Let's start up number 1 then. That's going to click back here when the engine's available. There, see it clicks automatically? I didn't do that. Let's start the right engine, number 1. Or the left engine, the other right. Left engine, where am I? Anyone's kicking off here? When it gets to about 25, I'm going to add fuel. That's great, Chris. That's just super news. You love that. It's also good for racing games and stuff. 3 screens. When the cruise, we'll talk about that. Now, where are you? Number 2, number 1. The angry dogs in this one. I suspect to get the window view for the angry dogs, but I don't have them on the 737. But I will put. Do you have hydraulics? Put the flaps down to flaps 5. Flaps coming down.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with a large oversized babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in your upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements, are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised will also be
very nice.
alcohol.
Generators 1 and 2 are on. Pro Peach is on. I did that already. Wing anti-ice. I don't think it's that cold.
Thank you for choosing Gripper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice, that's fine. Packs auto, done that. Isolation valve, auto. APU bleed and APU is off. Engine start switches to continuous for takeoff. See, it takes a while. Now you know what they're doing. Oh, no, continuous, you feel. Oh. Flaps are set. Elevator trim. Now, the trim for the elevators are in GLCP Officer Store. Okay, let's go to init here. Where are you? Trim. Trim. Where's the trim? Where are you? Let's go to... Sorry, I didn't want to go there. Index. Takeoff. Trim... see, oh, would you put the CFG? Trim 599. 599. That'll do. Very nice. Do we get... I don't think we get an electronic readout of that. Now, because I messed around there, it disarmed the auto throttle there. Flight, it could be the AP, the yaw damper. Yeah, I didn't put that on because I had forgotten about it. There we go. We've got no warnings there. Very nice. We're ready to taxi now, folks. Taxi lights on. I'll put on the way and turn off lights. And let's go, folks. Park and brake off. Just to press your rudder pedals. And we're taking off runway. We want the tail to my right. So all we have to do is move forward. Let's go. My flaps are set to 5. Of course, the music stopped there. It's just silly. All my songs, please. All the music. Not the same song, please. Come on. What's wrong with you? There we go. We need that nice ambient music, no? Let's use the whole runway. Or actually, we'll take V2, exit V2 there, folks. How about that? Taxi checks. Before takeoff checklist. Park, brake, fuel flow. What we're going to do is we're going to line up and wait, okay? We'll do all this. Yeah, we'll do all this when we line up and wait. In fact, if we got someone over here. Yeah, we'll go behind this fella here. Right. Chris Curtis says, true story, my son learned on the sim and he had his first full lesson on a Cessna last weekend. Nice one, Chris. Chris, you have put yourself unknowingly, unwittingly, he's going to want to be a pilot and, you know, he's going to be asking for that money, Chris. It's costs a lot of money. But look, you can save for 2, you know. The clever thing, Chris, though, however, keep in mind is depends really on the money in the real world. If there's loads of money, fine. Pay for it. It's fine. If you don't, he's going to have to get a secondary job, which is actually a very good idea. It's always recommended to have F12, F12, F12. It's always recommended to have a backup career, if at all possible. So, you know, you get a lot of people that have out of college and they get their first job, you know, the first few years, you know, if they're 20, it's fine. Great. And they got a degree and all, or probably better than a degree is a trade, to be honest with you. And then you go for it, you know. Give me a shout to take off grip. I will fly Midge. Thank you very much for that, because I see you ahead of me there. That's fly Midge, ladies and gentlemen. One of our long-termers. Park brake on. Okay, so park brake, fuel flow. Let's do the fuel flow. Where? There he is. Reset the fuel flow. You'll see down here. Resets here. Fuel flow. Set fuel pumps are on. De-ice is required. We'll see as we go. Cabin lights required. Quad instruments are checked. Engine instruments. We've got our altitude set to 30. We want 38,000 feet. See, the danger we started in this is I could have easily forgotten that. Do you know? I could have easily forgotten that because we just did it. Do you know what I mean? 7, 8. Once. Twice. Right. Takeoff data, V1, V2, VR. Yeah, that's all there. That's too bright. Let's get you down. Because it's gonna be getting dark when we're coming in. Nav equipment, that's fine. Landing lights, come on. Boost. Go on. Well, we need those on for takeoff. Strobe light. Lots of light switches here. That's steady. Up. Let's have just check that. There, I can see the strobe lights flashing there. That's fine. Good. Taxi lights off. Oh, you have to, of course. Yeah, taxi lights off. Not the APM. Taxi lights focus. TFC button. Where are you? Come on. TFC. There we go. Clock, start, and go. Right. So you can go ahead there now. Blind Midge, you can go. And the recorder. Thank you very much, Clappy D. What did I do without you? What did I do without Clappy D? Flight recorder is recording. You can go Flying Midge. Let's watch him take off. Let's watch Flying Midge take off there. Just Flying Midge, folks. From the North European server, join us. We always have a crew. Let's have a look at his rotation. You're on the spotlight now, Flying Midge. See Flying Midge knows what he's doing. Flying Midge knows what he's doing. There's one of the other boys who says this is Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is taking off. There goes Ghost Rider. Up he goes. Oh, it looked bad from here. Oh! Don't stall! You do that on purpose. You do that on purpose. Reset cam. Now, yeah, where was I? I want to get that angle. When we come in here, I want to take off angle here. And see the gear coming up and whatnot. Okay. Okay, let's start the clock then. For what it's worth. And 50% and 40% actually in the power levers. Brakes off. I've forgotten something. And Toga. Where are you? There you go, Toga. Forward on the stick, get my seat position. Some way realistic. And we're heading off, folks. We're going, at last, an hour into the sim. Because the crash. 60 knots down. It's going up.
10 knots.
No, it's calling out now. 100 knots. Coming up to V1. We're relaxing the back pressure on the control column.
V1, rotate.
There we go. Up we go. Oh, easy now. Don't do a thing. Positive rate.
Positive
Gear
rate, climb.
up. And 15 degrees. There we go. I'll activate the autopilot so it gets my candy. Command 1. Autopilot is on. Feet on the floor. And where are we going? LNAV is disconnected. I've done that thing again. Maybe because I couldn't reach the altitude, I don't know. But it's now set. Okay, we're good. Now that'd be an awful thing to do. And see, that's the... You know, if you did that in the real world, it'd be a little bit uncomfortable for the passengers, you know? Because they expect to go straight. So that disconnected. I didn't hear any tones or anything, it just disconnected because it's something I didn't do. Right? That's a bit of a bummer. I didn't even see that disconnect. I'll have to watch the replay. W says you're okay. There are people here from all over the world. Oh, that was from Thomas. So, oh, sorry. I thought everyone was in the UK. No, all over the world, Thomas. All over the world, Thomas. We've got people from everywhere. Chris says that wasn't a tail strike, it was a cabin strike. Yeah. It was probably just... He probably didn't do that. It's probably just the way the sim portrayed it. I don't know, he'll tell us. Now, we're going way too fast for flaps we have, and we're taking flaps up. After takeoff checklist. Yeah, I knew this. That's the thing I forgot. You see there? That's the thing I forgot. Yeah, that's what I forgot. 4,000 feet. We're coming to 5,000 feet now. We're going to go to standard mode. Standard once. Standard twice. And we leave the center of QH. Oh, it's gone to standard anyway. Okay, fine. So standard is set. And we're all good. So after takeoff checks I was at there. Gear is up and off. get rid of the rejected takeoff. It's all good. And we don't need the while we turn off lights. And now we can switch the engines to off, and let's read the checklist. So after takeoff checklist. Yeah, okay, positive way to climb, auto brake, engine start switches off, gear lever off position, only turn off lights off, cabin lights as required. And climb height checklist command A set. Altimeter is switched to standard already, below 10,000 feet, max 250 knots. Why are we doing... Oh, we're doing 220, thank God. We got a bing bing there. I heard a bing bing, and that was Oliver. Oliver subscribed on YouTube. Thank you very much, Oliver. Appreciate that, Oliver. Thank you so much, Oliver. It's dark in the cockpit there, folks. Look at it. We should light it up. Let us get some lightage. You know, let's get there. We got some lightage. We can no lightage up here. Let's get some panel lightage up here. There we go. Some lightage. There we go. We got some atmosphere going now. You know, which is always nice. And we're turning right. Now we're still climbing past 10,000 feet. We can switch off the landing lights now. We can tell the passengers to they can get up and you know, start ordering drinks and stuff. And they can do that thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belts and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Right. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while let's get some now to defecate is beyond.
Just gonna take my face off for a second.
Thank you.
There we go. Let's get some candy and go outside after takeoff. There we go. We're on our way, folks. We're leaving Europe there. There's Rotterdam behind us. There's Rotterdam behind us. There's the one way down there. Fish-eye view, folks. I don't know if that looks so good. That's better, isn't it? Really nice. Flying Midge, thank you for reminding me about the recorder. I have it on, thankfully, so we can have a look at the takeoff and the landing when we're off. So if I go to Prague Road here, we have 456 miles to go, so we're going to have to speed things up somehow. And I have just the idea. I have a plan, don't worry, it's not going to take that long. Because as you know, I like the short trips. We're gonna chop that up, okay? We're gonna chop that up by manipulating our flight plan and the speed of the aircraft. So, here's what the story is. Let's go to plan mode. 20 miles out. Let's go to legs page. And let's zoom out a bit more, actually. So you can zoom in out here. Let's step to it. No, I need to zoom out even more. Okay, see that big L there? That ain't doing us no favors. Right, let's cut across. Let's cut across to HALIF. HAL 1F, right? Here. So, we're going to cut out all those other waypoints and request direct to half. Alright, so what I'm going to do is press the direct button. Or am I thinking of the Airbus? There's no direct button on this, is there? There's got to be. So how do I go direct? Shit, I've forgotten. I think you cut and paste. Yeah. Chris is saying scenery has certainly improved since FS 98. Sorry. Scenery has certainly improved since Flight Simulator 98's pixels. Oh yes. Very much so. Now there's flickering on my screen, right? I'm going to tell you how to fix that thanks to... Is it Clappy D who told us how to fix that? But first I want to cut out all those waypoints. I'm going to go direct, right? There's no direct button. Am I blind? That's the Airbus is direct. So you can do that. Copy him. Right? Maybe put him here. Right? Watch this. Which appears on. There we go. Right? So any execute is going to go straight across. Execute. There we go. So now we're going to go from... we don't need to go from arms, so we get rid of him. Right? So we get rid of him. Clear him. It's going to leave us... Oh no, sorry. Clear. Clear. Oh, we can't because they're on it. It's not that much further. So we're going to cut out all of that big... We're going to go over here and then down. So we cut off an awful lot of trip time. Okay? So if you look down here, if you go to Prague again, you've got only 397 miles to go. So we cut a good bit off the trip. Right? Also we can accelerate as well. That's the first job done. Let's go back to 160 miles. We go back to map mode. Can we copy this to there? No, I'll let you copy there to there. Okay, fair enough. No? Okay, fine. So I can take control of the speed here. Right? So, oh god. A bit of confusion with regards to the speed here, I think. It's speed intervene. Yes, that's from Robert Times. Speed intervene. I'm going to 10 knots, and now I can change the speed up to what I want. 35. Let's get every inch out of what we can just before we go into... now let's go into the red, so 339. Now it's accelerating. See this magenta arrow here is our mark speed. We're sucking diesel now, folks. I'll just brighten him up a little bit. Oh no, this is the inboard one here. There we go. This one should be this one. I think. Alright, is it? No, that's the middle one. Oh, the upper and lower. Okay, so upper. No, that's the upper one. Okay, well let's dial these down. You're probably wondering why am I obsessed with the lights? You'll see when it gets dark. Well, you won't see it as I would, but because I have the LG C2 television, it really simulates night vision very well, I have to tell you. So it's this one I want to change. There we go, it's this outer one. Right, so that's just a bit better now. Right, we're coming into the clouds now. We do have a minus temperature. Where's the temperature? -6 of the TAT. So we're going to climb above those and see what happens. I'm being lazy. Put on some icing there, will I? Put on some icing. Very important. You don't want to get icing on your airplane. Do you know? So icing's on. Very nice. So good so far. So far, so good. And all that kind of stuff. Do you know? Let's look at that. Let's see, the voice is following along. Right, there is... Sorry. No. Unless we got something new today, flying along. You know? Dancing tacos with us, folks. Can't see the voice yet. It always does that. We'll give it a while and then we'll pop in. And there we go. We're on our way. Let's read some comments. Oh, Flying Leech is saying that could be in an ILS 24, better scenic route over Edinburgh. Yes. Take the tailwind, will we? Can we change that? This is stuff I need to learn anyway, so we want to come over 24. Right. Okay. Arrival departure. Arrival. Let's change that to, see, how do I make sure I can sit and stuff? You know what I mean? That's my problem, and that's a lack of my knowledge. So how do we select the SID for 24? Sorry, not the SID, the star. The star for 24. How do I, you know, that's just a gap in knowledge there. You can let me know what SID to take, and I'll do it. Fly me to SWAT. Heading point am I heading to? Waypoint. I went direct to. That's nice to draw. Yeah, lights are all shot first. I want the keyboard here to light up. And this guy. And that's the screen itself. I want the keypad to light up. Good God. Oh my God, steer heading. Trying to get the FMC keyboard lights. No. Anyhow, let's just come out of whichever map we are. Next waypoint is legs. HALIF. Yes, you're correct, Fly Mitch. What's the same stars as Dancing Tango? I just don't want to mess things up, but look, that's the only way I learn, you know. So okay, let's go to arrival departure. Let's go to Edinburgh arrival. We want ILS 24 and execute. We can have a look at that now, right? So select 24. So I'll write that down. ILS. So let's see what that looks like. Let's go to plan mode. And then step through it. Go to legs. Step. Okay. So this is just continuity. Copy you to you. Execute. Oh no, it's messed up. Bugger. Step one more time. Yeah, it's screwed up now. Bugger. Why is it screwed up? What have I done? If worst comes to worst, I can take it in manually, but which you do anyway. See, it's screwed up there, so there must be. Hopefully, that's another discontinuity. Let's go to. Let's go back to map mode for a moment, right? Page vector. Start step mode here and maybe make it better in plan mode here actually. Plan mode and then step through it. Zoom out of it. Can't see a thing. Step. Not the right. You want to be coming in this way, you see. So that's not the right start. You know? what I can do, right? What do here? I'm going to find out the right bloody star for that. That's in Navigraph charts. I just don't know my stuff here with regards to that. That's one gap in knowledge I'd like to fix today if I could, and learn one new thing. So let's go to Navigraph. See, this is just means nothing to me here. What runway is it coming into, you know? It means nothing to me. Now I'm going to compare these names off the FMC, right? Arrival, departure, arrival. So -24. Oh, here. Okay. Let's try this one then. Let's see if that gives us. That looks a bit better. And not exactly, right? So we need to join up here to here. Okay, let's just join them up, right? Let's go back to legs, right? Step to that. Right, so we'll step again. Get you and put you here. Oh dear. Oh dear. You need to get rid of C1001 or I001. Let's just join up and see what happens. Let's get rid of him then. That's what I'm just going to go with it. Clear. You. No, it won't do it. You to there. Okay, I don't know how to see. How do I delete one now? How do we get rid of this guy? Or how foolish of me. Clear. Clear, 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 clear. I can just copy this over this one. Apex to here. That looks even worse. So no, erase that. I've made a hames of it, folks. Alright, fine. Right, we're gonna go direct. We're gonna make up some waypoints. We're gonna go direct to CI24, right? Where is CI24? CI24. Right. Direct CI24. Apple CI24. Let's see what that looks like. Download again. Oh my god. It's leaving stuff behind here, folks. No, don't feel guilty for suggesting it, because we're learning. Sometimes it's learning what not to do. You know, sometimes it's learning what not to do. So, I need to find out how to do this, you know? So how do we delete them? What do you do? What's wrong here? I need to know how to delete the feckers. Do you know what I mean? So this needs to be joined to that. Right, so don't worry, we'll get through it. This is half the fun. Jesus. So from where we are, right? See, that direct button's so handy in the Airbus because it just cuts all the shit out. You know? Let's try to do that up. Okay, so that's done. I've got rid of all that nonsense there, right? Okay, so we've got discontinuity. Copy him. To here. Execute. So now you got a nice straight line, okay? Okay, so we're all good. However, let's go back to we're still in plan mode. Fine. Alright, we're there. We're getting there. There. That's fine. What we want, I don't want to be entering and turning a massive turn because that screws things up. So I'd like a waypoint out here somewhere so it could be a 30 degrees intercept to the ILS. So what I can do is once again, right, note to self, right, and for you guys who are watching, because there's flicking buttons good over there. If I want to get rid of holo, if I want to use the direct instead of this, right, so if I'm here at half now, if I want to go direct to Pippin, in Pip, right, I just copy that and put it there. Press that button and put it there, and then remove the discontinuity, and that will clean up all the lines, right? So I want to add a waypoint. So let's go back to, I think we should do it in map mode. That's what I'm thinking, right? Let's just pay attention ahead here. So I want to add, yeah, I think I'm better off in being in plan mode here, folks. Right, I have to tell you. So, I know it's like I'm confused as well. So step, 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 step. There we go. Now, so from I want to add a waypoint here for C124, about here. So that'll be heading away from C124, about heading off east of 090. That's 100, 120, 120 for about 7 miles. Right. So I'm going to copy CI24, copy it. Right, I want to put before C124, but I want it at heading of, what did I say, 120 degrees, right, at 7 miles. So you put the slash in for the 7. Right, I'm going to put before C124. Boom. Right, now hang on. I hate when it does this, so I'm going to go step again just before I hit execute. Just see there? There, it's going to be here, which is where I want it. Alright, so hit execute. Now I want to join him up. Oh. Okay, I want to get rid of the discontinuity. So, next page, so in pip. To here. Now I have to go back. It's very messy. It is very messy, I'll give you that much, because it keeps changing the screens. Now it's gone crazy again. I gotta remove some stuff now. Let's just get a bigger picture of this. In pip. Get rid of that. In pip. Copy him. In pip. Execute. And we'll step through it again to get back up there. Have a look. There we go. Oh. So now, at last, we have our nice, gentle 30 degree-ish. It's not the best. It should be over here a little bit more, but that's fine to do. Still a little bit of a turn, but it's better than what it was. It was kind of a loop around there. Can we add another one to make it even better? Maybe even up here. So northerly heading. So let's add one before C1. Or could I change that? I could change that. Can I change it though? C121. Let's see if it'll change it. So heading really of kind of east really. 090 at 7 miles. So let's see if we can change it. I'm going to put it back on top here. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's have a look and see what we did there. We got to step through it to see again. No. Oh, we did. Great. Excellent. Okay. We just get rid of discontinuity. So copy you and put you over the discontinuity. Hit execute. And step through it again. I must be doing this the wrong way. Oh, right. Okay, let's get rid of this one because it's useless. C1201. You get rid of him. So I'm going to go to the next page. Copy you. And go to next page. God. Step through it. I'm going to get rid of that 01 there. There we go. See the little line there? Execute. There we go. That's tidy. So now we've got a better intercept. It's easier. Okay. Let's go and step through all of that. Make sure we didn't leave a mess somewhere. Previous page, please. That's where we are. We'll zoom in here. There we go, it's fine. All good. All good. Back to map mode. Let's zoom right out here. So good. I'd like to cut that angle there, actually. Let's go direct to... let's get messy out of it. I know it's messy. Zoom in a bit. We want to go direct to no, out, C102, right? So fine. So we go from half. So we copy C102, boom, to here. Execute. Oh, what? Shit. You bloody feel messed up. Jesus. It's going somewhere miles away. Where is that then? Where are you going? Get rid of that one. It's still there. We're going to copy. Saying it's sufficient fuel because this one is like 2,962 nautical miles away. So we're going to copy that, put it there, execute. I still haven't got rid of everything yet, have I? I want to get rid of this bend here. I want to go from here across here. See? That's what I've been trying to do, and I screwed it up. Copy you to here. That's all I want to do. Execute. There we go. So that's a bit better. When I go, can I go direct from here to C1 or 2? I can. Execute. Now we've done it. Now we've done it. Just fiddly. Needlessly fiddly. See? Now we've got it straight in with turning there. So that's taken off some mileage. That's very messy. So I think, let's say if I wanted to go direct you know, we're not even near C1 or 2, so let's see if we want to go direct from here to here. We just copy that and paste it, you know what I mean? As far as I can see. So on a direct route there now. So now, now, let's get rid of back to map mode here. So now, we're still climbing. Why are we climbing so slowly, I'd like to know. You know? Because I've been fiddling around with the FMC and doesn't know what to do now. That's why. So now we're kind of in a good place. Whew. Oh yeah, 171 million miles to go. Good to proc. Like 202 miles to go, right? So we're going to be at, if you ever get there, I don't know if I want to give you a minute. Let's zoom at 38. Oh, it's going to be 114 nautical miles. So we've got about just 90 odd miles to go, roughly, before we start our descent. There it has our top of descent in there, and we just climb. Let's go back to get rid of. We're not back to normal speed settings there now. So we shaved an awful lot of time off our trip there by skipping a whole lot of waypoints. Now it's starting to climb. See, you see what happened there? I don't know why it wouldn't climb. Do you know? At this height speed I selected. You know? I mean, maybe it wouldn't add on more power for some reason. I don't know. Because we have plenty of speed, you know? Let's just take the cameras off at the moment and have a chat. Have a chat in the chat, folks. Do you know? Now I've got to get ready for my descent. Let's adjust the time. Let's adjust the time so we're going to arrive in the golden hour. Okay. That looks nice enough. That's a nice picture. It might taste of barbecue. Sure, let's have a look there. Right, so thanks very much. Let's go to YouTube then. Chatting amongst yourselves, that's great. Click on waypoint and insert it at the top of the flight plan, Bouncing Tango saying. Waypoint insert. Okay, Tango says same star. Okay, Thomas Wilbury. I can't pronounce it, sorry Thomas, just say Thomas. For your next stream, you can fly Boeing 747 Heathrow to Mid-Eastern Airport, British Airways every. Good do. Good do. The 747 is not great in the sim. I tried it there one day, spent half a day clicking around with it, and it's not complete, you know. And the problem is learning an aircraft. If the aircraft isn't complete, it's in study level. You don't know if you're doing something wrong or it's just not integrated properly. Do you know? And that's the danger there. So I wanted to do the 747. I tried at one point. They haven't got a proper study level yet. The 747 400. You know. Only 2 minutes to go. Let's do some stuff. A good to add my rings for approach. It's going to get very busy now shortly. Right. So let's go 2 legs here and just go to. We're going to runway 24. Okay. Got to copy that. I'm going to go to fix. From there, I want a ring of 5 miles and a ring of 10 miles. There we go. Let's see what that means when we get closer. Okay, let's get ready for our arrival, etc. Let's go to index. I'm just going off memory here. I've none of this really written down, but we'll do it now shortly. Performance. Okay, that's all fine. That's all fine. Let's go back to our index here. Approach. I want flaps 30. I'm going to write this down now as well. I'm going to come in flaps 30. And I want my speed to be 135 knots. I'm going to put in 140 knots. Just so we don't, if it gets bumpy, it starts to get out of it stalling. So 30 to 140 knots. Oh, that's only 2 knots. 145 knots on our approach. I'm going to half. Because it just goes a bit ballistic. It's too slow. So copy that. Put it in there. Let's check the. Let's check the ILS for 24. Uh, 108.9. 108.9. And I want to put it in here. 108.9, please. One of my buttons are working after the update for all my controls, folks. That's very annoying. Oh, God. 108.9. It's done. Good. There we go, I'm going to descend here. Somewhere I got to put the QNH here, I'm trying to remember who it was. 38 miles, stop to the side, folks. I get the QNH here now for Edinburgh on my phone. I'm using real world weather. It's an app on your phone. It's called Aero Weather. It's a blue background and a wind vane. So Echo Golf. It's great the way it does the real world weather, folks. It really is. QNH is 1009 on our arrival. Look down here. Some change here. 1009. There we go. You can barely see it there. So all I have to do now is switch from standard to QNH at the transition. Is hit standard. Hit the standard button. Minimums. 300 feet. See here, it's changing. Minimum set to 200 feet in the bar. That's good. Let's go to checklist then, folks, shall we? Cruise and approach checklist. Engine instruments, yeah, monitor. Fuel quantity is good. Lights as required. Latest information. I'll read the weather there for you, folks. Real world weather, because it is synced to the real world weather. Edinburgh issued on the 27th at 1920 Zulu. Wind is 070 at 5 knots. 10k or more visibility. Light rain, broken clouds at 3,600 feet. Temperature 9, 2.7, QH 1009. So it's not that bad at all. Hopefully we'll get some cloudage when we come in, because there is more after that with tempos and whatnot. We get what we get, I guess. Okay, fine. Reset MCP altitude. Now, are we at a cruise? We're at a cruise, so we can do that now. The approach. It's 3,000 feet there, and then we come down. 3,000 feet. It should descend automatically, I hope. And let's see, stuff things up, but all the fiddly nonsense. No, the other way, please. But all the fiddly nonsense playing with the FFC there, we'll see if that puts things out of kilter, and then we're going to have, you know, we'll go to an emergency mode then. Rapid descent still coming up. It should descend on its own. So that's very important. If you don't set that, it's not going to descend. So it's going to descend to 3,000 feet. FFC approach speed, init ref index. Yes, so I said I want to come in 145. So that's going to be set. Init ref index. Great, this is all because of Robert Times. I've written it down. Init ref index. Index, and then for approach. Oh, I've done that. Okay, great. Okay, good. Localizer frequency is confirmed and set. Let's confirm that. It's not confirmed, it's set. 108.9 once, 108.9 twice. Approach course 241. And let's get our approach course of 241. 241, you found 241. 241, that's 241 twice. Yeah, 241 is set in. Localizer course is set. And now when we come down, we've got to switch our engine switches to continuous. We'll do it later. De-ice. Well, we don't need the de-ice now. We should really switch that off. We'll do that now. We'll switch it on again. We need altitude check, done it, recall, and that's all coming past 10,000 feet. I'm just getting ahead of the airplane now, which I am. And cap descent coming up. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now, gotta keep an eye on that. Do we need to slow down? Let's see what the computer gives us. Do you know? Okay. Well, 2.5 miles to go to descent. Now we should start descending here. I'd like it to slow down though. Let's see if you descend. Have I missed anything up here? No. Yeah, descend please. There we go. We got some indications here. We are descending. It's done automatically. I thought the Airbus would do it automatically. Maybe it does. It's just not integrated into the sim. But the Boeing certainly descends. So we're good. We're descending. And happy days, folks. It's giving us 13 minutes to go. So that time will change is above, depending on our speed, you see. So it's pretty accurate. Excellent. We got some cloudage coming up, so we will have to put the icing on. The temperature up here is a TAT is minus 26. Now the TAT is it's pressurized, so it's actually giving a warmer temperature than it is. It's actually minus 40 something, I'd say. How do I get the actual temperature? Total outside air temperature. Total air temperature, sorry, minus 27. So when we go into the clouds, we start putting the icing on. Now the next job after that is 10,000 feet. Really. Do you know? There we go. Coming into Edinburgh, soupy weather. As opposed to behind us, it was pretty clear, but we've gone over the horizon now with all the clouds. We're coming into the soup. Excellent. Now up here the ice crystals, it's not going to stick to the wings. Do you know? It's coming down lower than you worry about. It's been a long flight. You know. Now, way before, who was it there? Who got the triple screens? Who was it? Someone was saying they got triple screens and 1490. It was Chris Curtin. We're getting a 1490 soon with 3 screens. Okay, so I've been looking into that, Chris. Yeah, 3 screens. Although I have 3 screens, they're different televisions, they're TVs, so I can't use these. You know, make sure they're the same television, right? They have to be all the same television if you're buying them new. You can still do it with different televisions, but there'll be different colours and stuff. But you can play with it. Anyway, I looked into it and I came to the conclusion that if I was doing flight sim, it's better with 3 screens, I think. Although it's great with the headset on, but your buttons and your switches, you've lost all your tactability. Now you will have muscle memory when you just know where to switch things. But if I'm switching a radio knob here, I'd be blind, basically. You know, I'd be like guessing. Oh, jeez, what's this? You know, that's the problem with VR. Now, VR is great if you're just flying around. If you got a HOTAS set up, easy, right? Or you might, you know, I probably would. You know, I probably would muscle memories, but you'd be surprised. But I think 3 screens are great. But I have been researching it for sim racing, and I think it is great with the VR headset, but again, it gets very hot. Very, very, very hot. I've been researching it a bit, and people just go, they end up, even real, there's a lot of real professional racers out there, okay? And they don't use the headset because it's too hot. And they got all buttons and switches and stuff. And they're streaming as well. They need to be able to see the stream deck and stuff. And they swear by the 3 screens. For sim racing, because you get that sense of speed as well with you know, and all that kind of stuff. So 3 screens can be better, but there's nothing like flying in VR. There really isn't. It's just no comparison. Now, flying in VR, you can use the mouse, in all fairness, you know, as well. So I think flying, it really, I think it's subjective. But certainly, I was looking out for sim racing. At sim racing, it's better to have the 3 screens, because if you're racing for an hour, you're going to get hot and everything else, like I mentioned. Even if they got blowers and everything on racing sims, they got blowers, so you don't get too hot anyway, because you're moving the steering wheel, and it's got all sorts of how do I say, it's got force feedback on the steering wheel and all that kind of crack, and you get quite hot, especially if you're doing it for an hour wearing that thing over your head. But yeah, the 3 screens, you'll love it. I would prefer the 3 screens actually in flight sim, because, you know, I've got all this gear I paid for. You know, it's all tactability, isn't it? You know, it's subjective, you know, but I think it's a good move. Oh, sorry, that was for gripper. Was that Clappy D? Don't forget to check your bloom settings. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, Clappy D. Folks, you remember it flashed a few times, right? I'm just going to hit escape here for a moment, right? What happened is that with the update, they've reset everything, and my screen was flashing, right, with flashes in flight sim, and you'll need to know this. So if you go to general options, if I remember Clappy D, and go down to bloom, it switched it back on, right? Thank you, Clappy D. So if your screens are flashing, get rid of the bloom, get rid of that, right? So I don't know why that came back, you know, and we're back. Thank you, Clappy D, for reminding me. Clappy D, once again, what's the delight? Hero of the day, folks. Well done, Clappy D, one of our most honoured and helpful moderators, folks. Yep, that's true. It's the wrong profile. See here? Only 43 feet too high. So what? There we go. That comes up. And we're descending nicely. We're on speed here. And all looks well, folks. Let's see if we can get some of the data here. We constraints. We've got a bit to go. Can we accelerate here? And the answer is yes. Let's mess it up. Let's see what happens if we accelerate. Speed intervene. We'll increase our Mach to 350. Oh no, that's too fast. 335. Will that screw everything up? See, we're going up here now. Now the problem going too fast is it won't be able to put the nose, it may not put the nose down to descend anymore. So we're going below the horizon. It'll be quite frightening for the passengers, I'd imagine. Slightly, they may not notice, but let's see here. We're getting some speed up here. Let's see if we go off track any. Now we're moving at a pace. Just checking that auto throttle. So we're still on course. Good. Just adding a bit of speed to get there quicker. 18,000 feet now. 8,000 feet to go to 10,000 feet. 8,000 feet to go to 10,000 feet. All's happy and well. Chris says, too much, Mr. Sim. We have VR as well, so we can switch as required. Oh, that's great, Chris. That's a great luxury to have. That's fantastic news. You know, because it's best to have both. Because I'd fly, you know, sometimes I don't do it enough. So I don't want to sit in the flight sim too often because I get bored of it because I want to stream it, you know. So I'd like to put the headset on and just fly around in the jet. It's bizarre, and it's really improved in VR. You know, quite a significant amount. So that's great news. Because I was thinking about racing. You know, I have a VR headset. I have the HP. Anyway, it's really good. HP, whatever it was. And I use that from time to time. And people come over if they want to play with it, you know. But it's nice to have both. Certainly for the sim racing. I'm thinking of getting into sim racing. Of course, winter time. And I'm going to use the 3 screens for sim racing. Sim racing. I remember I did it. I had a steering wheel, but not the proper seat and things. Like I have the seat here for the sim. It's great. It's really comfortable and all that kind of stuff. Got all my gear. It's a little area, and I want to set up one of those for the flight, for the racing. This one here is actually very good. GT Omega, they're like 200-300 quid for the whole seat and everything. Whereas you can get, they're up to 900 quid, some of them 600 quid. The double price. These are better for the price, you know. So we're coming down like a bat out of hell, folks. But it's a hobby, you know. Some people play golf. They pay thousands for a golf club. I don't know what to tell you. Thousands for a golf club. Do you all have hobbies? Do you know? I'll switch off my cameras for a moment here. Let's go tap my tasty beverage, and I'm going to quickly get off my seat. We put the icing on. Yeah. Let's have the temperature then. TAT plus 10. No, we're fine. No icing required. Right, 12,000 feet. Because I'm going to get off my seat and fill my glass, folks, alright? I'm going to put the landing lights on. Okay, get you on. Also, at 10,000 feet, I said I would. There's no approach mode on this one. I need to do the ILS yet. And I think I get off my seat just do I have the time? Before I get off my seat yet, let's set the speed back to FMC mode and slow down. So, I won't get off my seat to hell with it. We're too close. We're too close, folks. No, I'm not getting off my seat. That's when trouble starts, isn't it? That isn't. I'm not going to do it. I just need to go to the to water the horses. That's all. That's all. Bravo 33 Zulu Yankee says, how do you know what rate to decrease or increase for feet per minute? Well, all I did, the computer does it all actually. Right, so all I did was I hit speed intervene, I increased my speed, and the computer managed the rest of it. Do you know? So I don't have to worry about feet per minute at all. It's all done by the flight management computer, which is great. Do you know? So you don't have to think about it at all. Feet per minute, Bravo 33 Zulu Yankee, and welcome, by the way. HP Reverb, Chris. Yes, that's the one I have. You love it, Chris, because it's an area. I presume you have a desk set up, or do you have a chair like the one I'm using? You know, like the sim chairs. Because you stuff it in the corner of a room and it's just there, you know, which is nice. I'm going a little bit too fast, but okay, let's add some drag then. Fine. Get a bit too. Oh, it's just 500 feet. Right. Let's just go. I'm going to arm approach mode now. That's 10,000 feet. Flying Midge, you are too generous, sir. Flying Midge is gifted a tier 1 sub to X and or I's 2006. Flying Midge, thank you so much. You're very generous. You're too generous, sir. You're very good. Flying Midge, a hero of the day, ladies and gentlemen. What is this delighted? Nice for Flying Midge. Oh, look at the sky, folks. What's happening here? Autopilot doesn't like something. What's going on here? Oh, now it's gone. It's back again. Now, do we need the speed brake? No. Speed brake's up. Okay, let's get to our checklist. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures far into the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any lights are on? Good. Now, I was talking about the lights there. Good. I was talking about the light, right, coming at night time. I have an LG, I think I kind of mentioned this already, though, no offense. No. These seem very bright to me now, right, the LG C2. I'd love to be doing affiliate marketing for that, because it's I must get into that kind of nonsense. Which one is it? Use these lights to reflect our head, folks. It's the outer one which you can't seem to get at. And that's that one. That's it, but I can't get at it. You see, I can't get at it. There we go. So I'm turning them down a bit, because they are quite bright. And we can turn this one down a bit as well. So the LG C2 is really good at night time, because you get a blinding blare. Just if this is up too much, or the clock is up too much, it just blares you out of it. I think I can hit the minus button here for that now. Brightness? No. But it's bizarre the way the lights work in the LG C2. It's made for computers, for gaming, basically. LG C2. And there, it's just incredible. Just the fidelity and everything. Okay, we're going to take our turn around for the ILS. We are below the glide approach. Oh, not quite. Let's zoom in a little bit here. There's our rings here. Those are the rings I put on there earlier on. So at the 10-mile ring, I'm going to put down flaps 1, below 200 knots, and then 5 miles, flaps 15 gear down, and then the rest of the flap schedule. I may not be on tomorrow night, guys. Oh, Cloppy D. Cloppy D. Why isn't it coming up? It'll take a second now, Cloppy D. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Cloppy D, thank you so much for your super chat of €5. We hail you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round buttons, what do you think of that? You're delighted. A round of applause for Cloppy D, folks. A round of applause for Cloppy D. Super chat, thank you, Cloppy D. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. I was thinking there, Cloppy D, actually. You're so helpful and all, do you know? I was thinking, I want to do this video series, right? And I want to see how long they take. And today I was thinking of doing a video and not streaming. See, I can only do one or the other. So, the thing is, I may... 1,000 feet to go. I may possibly be skipping streams during the week. But in place of that, I want to make a few videos. Now the thing is, you know, my videos, they used to take 3 days. Only because I like the eye candy. Okay? We're under 200 knots, that's great. 3,500 feet. We're coming down. I want to get below that glide slope though. Are we above it or below it? I can't see a glide slope here. Is there anything else I've forgotten to do? I've got the ILS frequency. Our 10 point, we should be underneath it by now. Where is it? Oh, we're on it. We're on it. We're on it. We're on it. Okay, sorry, I panicked there a little bit. Oh, cameras. I panicked a little bit there. So, Cloppy D, so I was thinking I might have to skip a few, probably next week, skip a few streams because I want to make videos, right? Flaps 1. Flaps are coming down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position and your safety belt is secured. Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead locker.
Oh no, it's not.
On behalf of Gripper Team and Producent Buttons, we would like to thank you for taking a
Approach mode
massive
disconnected.
risk during this mostly dangerous
Over.
flight. Thank you.
Taken over manually. Entirely. Autopilot off. So I must have disconnected. That's okay. We put down the gear down a little bit early. That's fine. And flaps 15.
2,500.
And we slow down, folks. So at some point the autopilot disconnected. Now that sound that came up may have been the autopilot disconnecting. And I said 1,000 feet per minute, do you know? Or sorry, 1,000 feet to go. But no, it wasn't 1,000 feet to go. So let's see if we slow down. We will. We will. Better. Well, that speed should be get rid of the auto throttle, please. Get away, get away. I have to go around now. Good day. Oh, it's not idle. Okay. It's not idle. That was so it disconnected the approach, right? So we just stayed at an altitude, and it didn't really alert me. Is that a whole? That could be. See, this is what worries me about flying these things. If you were to fly it, okay, come back onto it manually now. I'm going to slow down as well.
1,000.
Flaps 25. And flaps 30. Now we're slowing down. It's 160 knots. Don't worry, we'll get there. We're on it. We're on it now. All is good. All is well. Got the pappies. 150 knots of slowing. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So that's just, you know, there's so many holes that things can go wrong. I said 150, didn't I? Adding a little bit of power now. It's going to go too slow.
300. Light slow.
Let's give it
Light
out.
slow.
Or not.
Light
You know the way
slow.
Microsoft doesn't do it. Yeah, I know. Here's giant 3 greens. 143 knots.
Approaching minimums.
Good.
100.
Continue landing.
Minimums.
Get it on the centre line grip. Looking at the end of the runway. Only look at the end of the runway. Power's off now. Stare at the end of the runway only.
10.
That way you'll get a smooth, okay, a little bit of a long landing there. First thrust coming on. Let's get that nose wheel on the centre line. See, this takes a lot longer to stop. I got full braking on there now and reverse. Now I've taken the brakes off. It just feels a bit more realistic. So as it turned out, I caught it just in time. Now I wonder in real world would that be unstable? You'd have to go around in the real world. But does that happen? You know, that must happen to people. Do you know, they go, oh yeah, everything's fine, and they're just staying at 3,000 feet. Do you know? That wouldn't please me. That's the centre tanks of the fuel. We've come to a halt here. Look at that scenery, folks. This is one of the really good airports I love coming into Edinburgh, right? I really like coming into Edinburgh. So that's just the centre tanks. So to get rid of that, we just switch that off because they're empty now. There we go. See? Let's clean up. Flaps up. Disarm you. Thank you. And speed brakes are to the off position. Oh, I didn't put them on. Yeah. It didn't matter. A few things I forgot there. Runway turn off lights on. Taxi light on. We don't need you guys, and we don't need the transponder unless you want to freak people out. Coming into land, and we'll switch that to standby. Let's go to the checklist then. After land checklist, transponder, flaps retract, speed brake, yeah, landing lights off, strobe lights off. You don't want to be blinding people on the ground. You get into trouble for all this stuff. You'll get into trouble. Sorry, that's not off. The strobe lights, taxi lights on. I did. Cabin lights is required. Anti-ice. We can switch that off. Did I switch it on? Oh, I switched it off the way down, didn't I? Probe heat off. Yeah, let's pop that off. Where are you? Probe heat off. We don't want to burn them up. Engine start switches are in the off position. So another thing I forgot. Auto brake, yeah. Turn off lights. Runway turn off lights off. Okay. So it's just the taxi light and the AP generator. We'll have you. Taxi lights off. That's not right. We need those for taxi. Okay, let's taxi to the stand, folks. Let's ask Mr. Flight Sim here where to go. Change ground there for that. Oh, come on. Taxi to gates, please. Okay, Alpha Bravo Echo Foxtrot. Now, I want to see what I did there. What's going on about here? Anti-ice. Yeah, it's off. I don't need the winter heat anymore. Can't see the switches. Anti-ice. It's off. So what's it giving out about now? Is it saying the temperature we need icing? Temperature's plus 9 degrees. What are you talking about? Alt-L for your little flashlight. What's going on with the anti-ice? Oh, sorry. I must have hit an incorrect switch there. The probe heat was still on there. Now it's gone. Great. Alt-L, switch off your lamp there. And let's add a bit of power, park and brake off, and let's park at the gates. So, we've got our instructions. I'm going to see, yeah, you see the subtle taxi ribbon clappy isn't working there. I don't know why. Thomas says smooth landing. Thank you, Thomas. We'll have a look at the replay now. Thomas says, woohoo, congratulations. It's great fun once you get down, Thomas. You know, when you're first trying to get from A to B, you know. And I don't know if I said this earlier. I just learned on stream. Robert Times helped me out. You know, and others. And that's how I do it. I just learned barely how to get from A to B on my own. And then I'll come on up on stream and people say, hang on, you do this, you do that. And it's fun. Bit of interactivity. Because I don't have the time to sit here. Do you know, I actually don't have the time. I have the time to stream, really. Do you know? If you put too much time into it, I don't want to get bored of it either, you know? I think I got it set quite right. So go all the way down here. But look at that scenery. That's just stunning now coming along here. Really, it's just stunning. I'm going to F12 it here. F12. There we go. But it is stunning. Now I don't see the light here lighting up the runway at all. Well, this is a bug. Look, we got lights. Right, but I can't see them from inside the cockpit. So PMDG might fix that one day, no? You know, the taxi lights? Can't see them now, you see? Even if I move my head there, can't see a thing. So... But, anyway, the taxi ribbon, the taxi ribbon doesn't seem to be working there, which is a shame. Do you know? So it is great fun. Sticker tags on mind. Oh yeah, I will do that. Let me park up here, Flying Meech, because I see you there ahead of me. Oh no, I see a car ahead of me. Let's switch the tags on. Okay, go. Don't stop now. Don't stop like a newbie. Just in there. There we go. There he is. And let's turn in here. Do we have we have a marshaller, folks? We have a marshaller. Welcome to Edinburgh. I want that yellow line in between my feet. There we go. Keep coming, he says. Keep coming. Keep coming. Slowing down. There we go. And he says turn left after we stop. It's always done that. So it's, you know, ridiculous. Carry on. Brakes on. There we go. We're here, folks. We're here. Very nice. Edinburgh looks fantastic. Let's speak. I thought the strobes were on again. It's very nice. A very well done airport. You know, it's got all the interior. You know, it's got all the stuff and things. It's nice when you put up the gate to see some life. I'd like to see some moving people very slightly. You know, people walking past, as they do have in some airports. But it's a really good rendition for Edinburgh. It's one of my favourite places to go to for that reason. And we didn't see anything going in 2.4, but we might in the replay. Because we changed it to runway 2.4, didn't we? So let's see what we can see in the replay. Let's tag up. And see, we see the boys joining us. So don't forget you can join us. It's free. And Thomas, do look on the Discord there. Just look at Discord, join on, and look for Gripper Sim. Everyone's very friendly, very helpful. I'm not on as much as I'd like to be because you know I'm sitting here streaming, but I do come on for the Sunday stream at 9 o'clock in the evening Irish UK time local. I'm not getting any tags now. Why does it do this to me? I've got to make sure the screen's activated. It's very annoying. You know, come on with the replay. The pain. Now, for the replay, we'll do one replay at that time, right? So let's put the flaps back down where they were, because it doesn't record everything, unfortunately, like the flaps and reversers. So I had full flaps there. I think I had 30. So the flaps are coming back down. Let's get the replay going here. Boom. Stop recording. Replay. Post flight. I'm going to have to add a bit of daylight here. Gonna go crazy. Just crazy in the replay. Just go nuts. Yep. Relax. Relax there. Relax. Flight simulator. Resume replays. This is the takeoff. Let's go a little bit of the golden hour here. All about the eye candy. We're rolling. We're rolling. Doesn't even record the sounds correctly, unfortunately. There we go. So it doesn't record the lights or anything. Right in the nose, right in the center line. And off we go. Unfortunately, it doesn't record the gear coming up either. And we take off. Buses, very simple airport, no gates. No? So let's pause that and do our first landing. We'll do it at this hour. Yep. There we go. Give it a sec to load. We'll do a few of these. I'll get rid of my face for the moment and the old cam here. We'll get rid of that for the moment. Yoke cam and face cam going. And let's get a little bit of a nice angle here with regards to the gear and see how we touch down. That's a better view for y'all. There we go. Resume replay. There we go. A smooth touchdown though, it's the problem with that is it's you get late landing basically is what happens. You know. You want a firm landing. And if you got a very long runway, fine. But not somewhere like this. Sorry, I floated too long there as far as I'm concerned. It's quite smooth. Very nice. Let's have a look at the let's pause that and look at the side view. And mind you won't see anything at night time, you know. Last time I was furious, I forgot to do the first person view standing at the side of the runway. We're going to do that now. I better not forget this time. Yeah, it's quite easy to fly this, you know. I think PMDG 737 for that model anyway. It's a little bit better than just for the flying bit. For the landing, it's easier to land, I'd say. Now, what I want to do here, forgive me, I'm trying to get that first person view and then we're going to do passenger view. So the touchdown bit there. Right here will do. So I'm going to position myself here. Where's the grass? Show me the grass, damn you. Why is my right setting showing the grass? Looks like in some airfields, which is very annoying. Okay, here's what I do. This is what I do for my videos. Go to camera mode. Get rid of follow drone, follow me, and watch lock mode. Right, so what you can do then is you can go back. Go back. And you can zoom in. Straighten the camera. Oh shit. I didn't want to do that. Oh, sorry. Zoom in. There we go. And resume replay. I don't think that was a stable approach at 5 miles out. I think it's supposed to be stable at 5 miles, meaning everything's perfect. It's really when you zoom in, it doesn't show you all the details. There we go. Quite cool, isn't it? I'll do that again. I just love that view for the landing. Okay, passenger view. Passenger view. And reset the cam. And we want to be on the left side. No, over. Sorry. Left side, passenger view. There we go. Toby in here. Yep. Good head movement. MSFS realistic doesn't do it. Pretty cool with the, I love the rain on the aircraft there. That is pretty cool. Just me in the cabin here. Very good. There you go, folks. Edinburgh. I need to do some work with the ATO when we get onto that. Oh yeah, I don't want to go without seeing the lads here. Let's hop out again here. Let's detach the camera. See if you can see the boys. My Mitch is coming in. Where are you? Oh, the damn tags. Come on, tags. Come on, tags. Don't sadden me now. So infuriating. Hopefully it'll clip in. Maybe I have to sit in the aircraft or it'll clip in, no? I don't know why it does that. Let's see if we can see him coming in here. Oh, he's in. Feckin', I missed the clock a day. I want to say goodbye. Look at that weather. Look at the way you see the fog, the haze as you move changes everything. Do you know? Look at that. The only thing these developers need to fix is you can see the tower, the glass of the tower here, but that just stays as normal, which is a bit of a disappointment. You see the way that now you'll see it. You see the windows there, they don't fade out like the rest of everything else. I need to sort that out. Maybe it's the SDK. I'm trying to tag up here and it ain't doing it for me. It ain't doing it, Flying Midge. And I had it and I switched it off and I regret switching it off now. But that is actually stunning weather. This is why I like coming into the, you know, these airports in this part of the world. It's absolutely stunning. Don't tag up, folks. Just don't tag up. Tag up. If I hit escape here. No, just don't do it sometimes. Just won't tag up. You know? And if we get closer in perhaps to the airplane. To the apron. But there's Edinburgh. Painting is the best one of the one with the most stars. You know, the one with the most stars on it is the one I usually get. A lot of detail here, you know, it really is. Absolutely stunning. There is the entrance, I think a few buses and whatnot. But it's this side we're concerned about. What I love about this is when you go up to the gate, you got some life, you know? And at night time you got some lights. Like at night time you've got a better atmosphere. Look at that. You know? So there's a move and you can see the interior of the buildings as you're taxiing into it, you know? So it's all very good. All very nice. I would like some movement though, do you know? So folks, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you to... I'm going to see if I can tag up here one more time, lads. Nope, no tag up. Thomas, good night to you. Thank you very much, Scrappy D, for super chatting to 5. Appreciate it. Thank you to Flying Midge, who gifted a tier 1 sub to Andre SE 2006. Flying Midge, you're a gentleman. A round of applause for you. What's the as well? So thank you all for watching. I think for next week it's going to get, I'll be on or I won't. I don't know, except for Sundays. They're written in stone. Just be prepared for that. I'm going to start making some videos again, right? A series of videos. You'll see them when they come up. And maybe then the winter some other stuff. But look, folks, thank you very much. Thanks all. I give Buttons a treat, certainly. She's going to get a treat now. She knows it's coming. Thank you very much, and thank you to Thomas. Welcome, Thomas. Babaloo, sorry, I missed you, Babaloo. I was probably on approach there. And Bravo33 said Yankee and you as well. There's a few new people there. Chris is back. Chris Curtin's back. So I hope you all enjoyed that, folks. And I will see you tomorrow night. But for next week, it's going to get a bit. I might have to do a schedule. So midweek, I'll have 2 days in the midweek and the Sundays, but I'll have videos in between. Do you know that kind of way? So you can let me know as we go with that, if you like it or not, or you want me to keep streaming or what. So folks, thank you very much. I will leave you to it, and I will see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Irish UK time, local in the evenings. Ciao, ciao.